Make sure you've done a few sun salutations to warm up before you attempt the following sequence, because it's quite intense on the joints. So from downward facing dog, breathe nice and easy, breathe your right leg up and exhale it forward, bringing your left knee to the floor. Sit down on the inside of your left foot, so you're not sitting on the foot. Both femur bones, both thigh bones point in the same direction. If you find that your hips are all lopsided and your left hip is higher than the right, you need a block or a big book to sit on to get them even. In that case, you also need to alternate the postures a little bit, but I'll talk you through. If you're sitting on the floor, you slowly begin to lean backwards. Always mindful, always checking with your ankle and your knee if they're alright with it. Maybe you can lift up the hips a little bit, tucking the tailbone under, and then see if you can slowly go a little bit further down. Maybe you want to stretch your arms over the head here. You want to try and stay here, just breathing deeply. If you were sitting on a block, just arch back, leaning onto your hands, stay there for as long as you can, and otherwise just sitting up, letting space enter into the knee and the ankle. If you're lying down here, stay nice and calm. Try and breathe through any emotion, any tension that might come up here. Make sure your knee does not stick up into the air. Breath is slow. So now we slowly begin to get up again. Take your time, always lifting the hips a little bit, tucking the tailbone away again so that you sit nice and tall with a straight spine eventually. From there, you lean forward. That one you can do with or without the block underneath your bum. Just make sure your hips are level, your shoulders are level. The drishti, the gaze, is just at your toes. Nice and easy. Keeping the belly button long and the breath calm. As soon as you feel pain, come out of it. There's no need to be in pain here, but slight discomfort in the knee or in the ankle, you can breathe through that. You're the only person knowing the difference between pain and discomfort, so learn to listen to your body. From here, slowly sit up again. Now if you're sitting on the floor, take your right leg, that's the straight one, take it straight up and see if you can lengthen your torso along the leg, gazing upwards to your toes, becoming all nice and long and tall and spacious, still breathing slowly though. And then here, pull it to you for the last exhalation, and then gently bring the foot down. But this time place the foot onto the hip of the left side. If that's not possible, keep the leg straight. If it is on the hip, see if your right hand can hold on to the left big toe and you begin to twist. Every inhalation lengthens you, every exhalation deepens the twist. Don't sit here in pain, keep it easy. And remember, every exhalation just takes a little bit of the tension away if there is any. All around the blooming heather. Will you go? Let's see, go. Inhale, look forward, and then exhale, release. Releasing the foot as well. And then make two right angles with your legs. Lift your left arm up and slide it through, lying on your left shoulders. So you've got a right angle in each of the foot, so in each of the feet and each of the legs. If you're a bit unsure what I mean here, Maybe the other side will make it a little bit clearer, so maybe watch the video once first before you do it. But generally just feel nice, just feel good in this. Now the knees have a bit more space, they're not so tightly bent anymore. And you just create a bit more space in your shoulder, maybe reaching your left arm a little bit further. Your head can lie on your right hand here. Easy breathing. Very gently take yourself halfway up now and straighten your legs. Be nice to your knees, they have been massively open, so be careful as you slowly roll over your legs and come back to downward facing dog. Move around a little bit, do what feels good here. Maybe bring yourself into a plank pose. Exhale, chaturanga low push-up. Inhale, upward facing dog. And then exhale slowly back to downward facing dog. Now do the same thing on the other side, so lift your left leg up, maybe opening in the hip here and stepping it all the way forward, sliding the right knee a little bit in and sitting down on the inside of the foot. Always reassess new, so maybe this side is tighter, maybe on this side you need the block, maybe on this side you don't need the block. Always check in first. If you're sitting down on the floor, then you can slowly lower back. Maybe you want to stay on your elbows. Maybe that's where you want to be today. Maybe you can go some further here. If not today, then maybe next time, maybe next month, maybe next year. No rush. All we want here is just to create a little bit more space in the knee joint to enable healing and to enable the energy to flush through better. So you just hang out here, lying down, or on your elbows, wherever you are, being happy wherever you are, not being in pain. Make sure you can handle the tension here, you can breathe through it and feel how it gets less. If you're feeling yourself tensing up more, then back off, it's not worth it. Slowly from here, make your way out of this, taking your time, keeping your knee on the floor. Make sure that it stays on the floor. And then when you sit up straight again, take a deep inhalation here and exhale, come forward. Remember, this one you can do whether or not you sit on the block. You don't have to hold on to your left foot here, or like I do on the wrist on the other side of the foot. No, you just hold on somewhere where it makes sense for you. You can hold on to the ankle or the foot or the shin. Just make sure your belly stays nice and long. The gaze, if that feels alright for your neck, is the toes. We just keep lengthening the neck. I look a little bit further down because my neck here felt a little bit dodgy when I was looking up, so I just gazed at my shin, trying to keep the chest long, the belly long. On the inhalation, slowly sit yourself up again, and then if possible you take that left leg straight up. Again, you don't have to hold on to the foot if that's not possible. Just play around with it a little bit, always taking super good care of your right knee here, of your right ankle. Be mindful with this. You don't want to be in pain. I cannot stress this enough. Again, the drishti is to your toes if possible. Spine is long, chest is open, breath is slow. And then gently bend the left leg and see if you can place the left foot on the right hip, maybe holding it behind your back with your left hand. If that's a bit too much, you just keep the leg straight or keep it on the floor, not holding your toe, of course. Your right arm comes to the outside of the left knee and you begin to twist. Every inhalation lengthens your spine. Every exhalation deepens the twist. Inhale, look forward, and then exhale, gently release. You want to release your legs to these two right angles shape. So you've got a right angle in both knees and in both ankles. You lift your right arm up on the inhalation, and on the exhalation you fiddle it through, lying on your shoulder, head rests on your left hand. And you just relax. Letting any tension, anything you don't need, just ease out of your body. Send it into the floor, breathe it out, wherever. You don't need it. Get rid of it. So this wants to be really comfortable. If you're a bit unsure what I mean here, I know it's a bit of a dodgy angle to see what I'm doing. Just make something up that's comfortable. No pressure on the joints. Nice and easy. From here, slowly make your way up, taking your time. Only halfway I suggest, so that you can bend your legs in the way they're supposed to bend, and slowly and mindfully rolling over them into downward facing dog. Be super careful here with your knees always, especially after these openings, because they're a bit more fragile maybe with all that openness. Go through Vinyasa, exhale to Chaturanga, inhale to upward dog, and then exhale to downward facing dog. And then from here you can just slowly bring your knees down, your feet a little bit wider, and sit between your feet. This is now the last one, Virasana, the hero pose. If this is too much, sit on a block, stay there, that's totally fine. If there's more space, if your knee can stay on the floor, if your hips are level and touching the floor, then you just slowly bend down. Again, maybe lifting the hips each time, tucking the tailbone under. Maybe you go all the way down to your elbows, or a bit further lying down flat. If that's your option today, maybe you want to lift your arms over the head. Your knees don't lift. They don't go out to the side. They just stay where they are. Here again, you want to find stillness, no fidgeting. Make movements only if and when absolutely necessary. And just as before, don't be in pain. It's not worth it. Anything you can't breathe your way through, get out of it. Gently come out of this. Be super careful. Take your time. Come forward so that your legs don't bend in any dodgy way, and very slowly begin to bring them back to downward facing dog. Do what feels good here. I like to do a vinyasa, so exhale Chaturanga, inhale upward facing dog. Always mindful about the knees. Exhale downward facing dog. From there, just make a slow stroll forwards, walking all the way to your hands. Hang out for a moment, giving your knees some love. They served you well. Inhale, lift halfway. Exhale, fold deeper. Bend your legs more, and then just slowly come up to standing all the way. From here, either just rest in Shavasana or continue with your practice. Thank you for watching. Don't forget to be awesome.